the North American freight rail network is considered the most efficient, the largest, and the most profitable freight rail network in the world.
The union's president says railroad workers were essential in keeping the supply chain moving during the pandemic. He says the employees are overworked and underpaid.
But despite our hard work and despite the railroads raking in record profits, for the past 2.5 years, the rail carriers have refused to offer our union a fair contract.
Their employees have worked through the pandemic for 3 years without a contract raise. So the shareholders did well, the employees did not.
Beyond the bargaining table, BLET has been to Washington, D.C. to testify before the Surface Transportation Board. And we've met with the National Mediation Board, and we've made our case to members of Congress and to the administration.
Constant abuse, draconian attendance policies, and willful abrogation of our agreements have caused a significant number of our members, many with more than 20 years in the industry, to simply walk out the door.
Our message is simple. Rail workers need real wage increases that keep them ahead of the rising cost of living, and we need working conditions that allow our people to have lives outside of work and that promote safety on the rails.
We get penalized if we take any personal time off.
You don't know when you're going to sleep. You don't know when the phone's going to ring. You don't know if you're going to get enough sleep to go back to work.
The more these companies turn the screws, the more railroad workers quit, forcing the remaining railroaders to work even more.
Forcing the remaining employees to work without scheduled days off, without paid sick days.
Railroad workers don't have set days off, and Pierce says BNSF makes it hard for them to take paid vacation days.
They just reject your request even though they may have staffing.
These guys are up all hours of the night. They haul, dangerous loads on these trains, and they need to be alert.
And for me, that creates the safety issue. These crews are out there working on little sleep, sometimes sick.
Due to their short-sighted and out-of-touch labor policies, the railroads can't adequately staff operations, and without workers, they can't move trains.
The railroads are incredibly profitable and actually are achieving profits that they've never seen in their entire history.
They blame current operational failures on crew availability, but they failed to take the sole responsibility for creating the shortage long before COVID ever hit.
This is killing us and slowing the supply chain. And in recent weeks, we've launched an unprecedented public campaign.
Now they're making their case to investors and the public. You might see this digital off the rails campaign.
We want the American people to know what's going on. We're also taking this fight directly to the rail carriers.
Through newspaper ads, billboards, and outreach, the union is calling on Warren Buffett and investors to take more action toward easing supply chain problems.
Warren Buffett's company Berkshire Hathaway owns BNSF, so we went to Omaha for Berkshire Weekend.
While investors are buzzing over the Berkshire meeting, one of Berkshire Hathaway's largest companies is coming under fire from its union.
This meeting is a celebration of the profits BNSF makes for Berkshire Hathaway. We're here to see that the employees are recognized for their contribution to those profits. And we're not letting other companies off the hook either. We've targeted Union Pacific, CSX, Norfolk Southern, and all of the other Class 1 railroads. And we've taken this campaign all over the country. Salt Lake City, St. Louis, the Quad Cities, Omaha, North Platte, San Diego, LA, Little Rock, and Denver. Our campaign for better pay and working conditions is getting noticed.
Opposition is growing against the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad's attendance policy.
And the Class 1 rail carriers know they need to change their attendance policies. But it's not enough. We need a new contract. America's railroads are off track, and we're going to keep ratcheting up the pressure all across the country and on all the employers to make the changes we need.